Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Josie. For today's video, we are going to be following a makeup tutorial from the one, the only Brynne. I've been following Brynne for a while now. I love her signature eye makeup, Chef's Kiss. Today we're just going to be following a makeup tutorial she posted on TikTok. I've got it downloaded on my iPad, so let's follow along.
You need to learn how to do your makeup better. I have no idea, but I'm going to show you how I do my makeup in case you do maybe.
We're going to start off with this Ordinary Milky Toner. This is much cheaper and I feel like it does pretty much the same thing as the Rode Milky Toner. Today I don't have what she's using, but I do have the Skin 104 moisturizer and sunscreen combo. I'm going to drag it all the way to our neck because our necks also need sunscreen. So unfortunately, I don't have the primer that Brynne uses in this video, but I do know that in a lot of her videos, Brynne likes to use the face glue from NYX. So I'm going to be using that. And to get that glow from within, I'm going to be using this bronzing drops from MCO Beauty, which is a dupe of the Drunk Elephant one. And then put the primer there. Oh my god. It really feels like you're using glue. I'm just gonna mix that in the back of my hand. I've never actually tried mixing these two together. I don't know if they mix. Hopefully they do. And I hope my makeup doesn't suffer. Oh my god, I feel like I put on too much bronzing drops. Anyway, her next up is her eyebrows. Because I put on product on my brows, I'm just gonna make sure all of that is removed. Other brow. So I'm gonna use this ABH Brow Freeze Gel to glue down my brows. Now we're gonna carve out our brows, carve them out before we fill them in. So I have this NARS Soft Matte Pot Concealer.
How I want the top of my eyebrow.
Girl, I can't even see it because of how skin-like this is. This is a perfect match, girl. Now, because I do have tails, I'm just gonna follow the natural curvature, like so. What have I done to myself? I'm gonna blend it all out with a concealer brush like Brynne did. I'm gonna use this Hourglass concealer brush. Blend, blend, blend. I feel like I did a very bad job with this.
Fill in our eyebrows, we get to just color inside of the lines that we just created.
So we're gonna fill in the eyebrows now.
Really only go about halfway with the eyeshadow because the way that we did the concealer. Now for the most underrated makeup tool out there. Scotch tape.
So powder bronzer all over the eyelid. Blend, blend, blend. So we're gonna draw our eyeliner and make sure it's super close to our lash line as possible. And when we get to the end, we're just gonna draw the line here. So we're gonna do a dark shadow. Like she said, I have this Empowered palette from Huda Beauty. I'm just gonna use the shade Confident and this blending-ish brush, whatever. Pack it all over where we put the eyeliner. Now she's taking a lighter shadow, like Legacy from the palette. And same brush, just above higher, a bit higher. And with the brush that we used to put the bronzer, I'm just gonna go all over that, she said. Oh my god, I hope this really turns out well. Otherwise, I'd be embarrassing myself here on the internet. Let's peel this off and see if we did right. I fear we didn't put enough product. Okay, let's try and do the other eye and wish for the best. Okay, time for the moment of truth. See if we did better on this other eye. I feel like that's better. We may not have done an excellent job, but this is acceptable. Let's continue. So it looks like she started out with a color corrector, but I don't have that. But I do have this one from Huda Beauty, Pink Pomelo. So let's do that. And I usually don't do this with my color corrector, but looks like she applied a lot and she blends it out with a brush. She puts it on the sides of her nose, up here, and just like how she described it, 2016 concealer. Time to do our base. I don't have the Giorgio Armani foundation that she used, so I'm just gonna use a drugstore foundation from L'Oreal. And I'm just gonna put that at the back of my hand and with a foundation brush. And from her video, it looks like she avoided the under eye area, so we're just gonna do that too. I feel like I may have put too much foundation. Honestly, I don't think we did too bad so far. Now that we've got our concealer or color corrector and foundation on, I don't think we did too bad. And then of course, Brynne doesn't stop there. She blends everything out with a beauty sponge, which I'm doing. Okay, now she goes on with her concealer. I'm gonna use this NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. And so she does it in her forehead, tiny dot on her chin, under eye. And she blends it out. I'm just gonna use this beauty sponge. And with under eye concealer, she only blends out the edges. So we're gonna go ahead and blend out the edges here. I feel like I have to use a brush for this one because it's so hard to blend the edges.
Go in and start coating your brush. And then we're just gonna start tapping right into our cheekbones. Applying it on your hand first and then onto your face is gonna make it so it's not super harsh and it's just a lot more blended.
So now time for the bronzer. So the only bronzer I really have is this one from Charlotte Tilbury and the one from MCO Beauties, but that was more a contour. So like she said, put it in the back of her hand, like so. And with a brush, just pick up some of that product and put it, stamp. I also do like to put it on the side of my forehead, so I'm gonna follow that. And then do the other side. Do the nose like she did. It looks like that. I'm just gonna grab the brush that we used and put it under the lips. So next is the cream blush. I'm gonna be using this one from NYX. I don't necessarily apply it on the high points of my cheeks just because it makes me look whiter. So I'm just gonna focus that on the apples of my cheeks. Bring it out until the tail of our eyebrows. Careful not to disturb that formula over there. This is very pigmented. Looks so pigmented.
Bring it out into a bigger circle and then I bring it into my concealer, and this is how we're going to blend out our concealer.
That's how she does it. Okay, so I'm gonna blend it into my concealer now. Girl, this is so pigmented. I look less crazy now. So I'm just blending it with my beauty sponge and using the excess concealer that I picked up to blend that, because girl, I look crazy. Also making sure that the concealer is not settling into our fine lines and avoid creasing. Blend that with the finishing powder. Loose powder, powder puff, let's set. Brynne says she does this to her whole face, so let's go. powder bronzer, just sloppy. And then powder blush. So I just have this red shade from NARS. Now it's time to drench our entire face. She said you need to look like you left the shower. Okay, I feel like that's enough. Okay, so just powder puff with nothing on it. Highlighter, I'm just gonna use this one.
So it's kind of like hairspray for your face, and it tastes and feels like that. Just a warning.
Bronzer on the bottom lashes, some shimmery shades, and then we're done. This palette in front of me that I'm using as a mirror, so I'm just gonna grab from that. Let's do the rest of our eyes off camera and I'll be right back. So while Brynne waits for her lashes to get tacky, she did put on some lip plumper, so I'm gonna do that too. That should be tacky enough. I'll be right back. Our lashes are done and I feel like our lips are plump. So she does remove that. Then she takes a lip liner. And then she puts it all over the lips. Then with the beauty sponge, she does like she goes. And with this side with no product, she goes. She finishes it off with some lip gloss, which I don't really have, so I'm just gonna use this Lino-Lip. And that's about it. Oh my god. What do you guys think? Is it a slay or is it a no? Leave your honest thoughts below. I really enjoyed following Brynne's makeup tutorial. I think she's very good. I've followed her for a long time now and I've always wanted to recreate how she does her makeup, especially the eyes with the famous tool tape. I feel like I could have done a better job, especially with the eyebrows, but I've never done my eyebrows like this before. I only just go and I'm done, but I'm very happy with how everything turned out. If you guys have any suggestions on what I should do next, comment down below. If there are any thoughts on how I did my makeup, comment down below because girl, I'd like to know how I did. Anyway, don't forget to click the subscribe button and like this video and follow me in all of my socials. Until I see you next time, bye.